we have some very interesting news coming from RMC this week. Apparently, there is some mystery track sitting near RMC's manufacturing plant. But what the heck does that even mean? And where could this track be going to? Well, this coaster is most likely going to a park you have never heard of. What park? Well, let's find out. Someone posted this very intriguing picture of what appears to be RMC Raptor track. But we still have no clue where this could actually be going to. And no one has actually made any announcements that they are indeed getting an RMC Raptor in 2025. Now there are definitely some options for what park could get this coaster. You obviously have the bigger parks in like the Cedar Fair, Six Flags SeaWorld chains, like Cedar Point, Kings Island, Canada's Wonderland, Kings Dominion, even maybe. You have the SeaWorld parks, so there are definitely some options for who could be getting this coaster. Now in a previous video a few weeks ago, I said that Lost Island might be getting an RMC Raptor, because they were dropping some major hints and RMC was coming. But in the end, I concluded it's most likely a wild moose. But it's definitely still on the table for Lost Island, and I don't think we should count them out yet. I would say it's probably not going to Cedar Point, I just don't think a Raptor would fit well there. Now maybe Kings Dominion, but probably not given that they're adding a wind coaster in 2025. I would also say no to Kings Island because they're probably getting something bigger to fill the Vortex plot of land in the future. And honestly, the capacity would not work at a park the size of Kings Island. And the capacity won't work for Canada's Wonderland either. So pretty much the entire Cedar Fair chain is off the table at this moment. That leaves us with the Six Flags parks without Raptors, Lost Island, and a few SeaWorld parks, maybe as a wild card. And honestly, I don't think it's coming to any of these, because there's a park rumored to be getting a new coaster in 2025. And everything seems to line up, and it appears that this park is getting the RMC Raptor. But what park am I talking about? And that park is, I'm not going to try to pronounce this, but here's the park. And it is rumored that they will be receiving this RMC for 2025. Now it's definitely really nice to see RMC finally selling some Raptors, because they really haven't been selling too many recently. And I really hope a lot of the problems that the Raptors previously had will be fixed with this new coaster. And I am intrigued to see what the layout will be like, whether it's custom or it's going to be a Raptor clone used by the Six Flags chain. I would say it's probably going to be the Raptor clone, but if they do go for a custom layout, that would honestly be pretty cool. Now it does look like that this South Korean park is getting the Raptor, but I wouldn't count out Lost Island yet. I still feel like there's a pretty decent chance that Lost Island receives this Raptor, or at the very least another RMC in the coming years. But before we get more info, I would assume the RMC is going right here. And if you enjoyed the video so far, drop a like down below and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. But don't worry, we have plenty more theme park news to cover. To pretty much everyone's surprise, Monsters Revenge will be reopening at Knott's Berry Farm. The coaster will reopen in 2025, and Knott's Berry Farm just posted this announcement video. Basically just hyping up everyone for the new Montezuma's Revenge. It appears to have new trains, new theming, and hopefully it'll be a better experience overall. And I really hope that Knott's Berry Farm does not have the same issues they had last time they tried to redo Montezuma's Revenge, because I'm sure that was very frustrating for Knott's Berry Farm. They're just trying to get their new coaster finished for the next season, but just so much random stuff happened that they couldn't get it done. So let's just hope that Knott's Berry Farm doesn't have any more problems. They can finally get Montezuma's Revenge back open. Oh, and while we're on the subject of Knott's Berry Farm, they will now be offering single-use Fastlane tickets. Now, this has been implemented at a couple parks in the Cedar Fair chain this off-season, like Kings Island and Cedar Point, for example. And I really feel like this is a smart move. It's like $10 to skip like an hour-and-a-half wait on a busy Saturday. You're going to get a lot of people taking advantage of that. And honestly, the biggest problem with the all-day Fastlane is it's so ridiculously expensive. Now, these single-use Fastlane tickets provide a much cheaper option to just skip the longer waits in the park. So I feel like this is a really smart business move by Cedar Fair and Knott's Berry Farm, and I would assume it's rolling out to a bunch more parks this summer. Heading over to Hershey, Pennsylvania, Hershey Park has confirmed that they're getting new trains for Skyrush. These will be the same trains as featured on like Velocicoaster and Pantheon at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. This will make the ride experience so much more comfortable, and this is a super smart move for Hershey Park. It was rumored like 2 weeks back that this was going to be happening, and we finally got our official announcement for Hershey Park. So I'm really excited for this, and I can't wait to try Skyrush with the new and improved trains. and I'm sure many others are too. Great job, Hershey Park. This is an awesome move. Now, something absolutely crazy happened this week. Carowinds and Kings Dominion announced that their Intimidator coasters would be changing forever. Intimidator at Carowinds is getting new paint, and I-305 by Kings Dominion could be getting a complete retheme, and I feel like if this all goes well, Kings Dominion could be changed forever. I made a super in-depth video not too long ago, and if you haven't already, make sure to go check that out. I'll link it down below because it goes super in-depth, and if everything goes right, it will change Kings Dominion forever, which is super exciting. Heading up north to Pennsylvania, Dorney Park's brand new coaster, Iron Menace, will most likely open with the park on May 10th. There will probably be some sort of preview day in April. I have a feeling this coaster will do wonders for Dorney, and it was a really good decision to do such a marketable attraction for Dorney Park. I would definitely expect an attendance increase at Dorney Park this year, and when you visit, it may be a little busier, but it shouldn't be too crazy, and lines won't be like ridiculously long or anything. But yeah, super exciting. I hope everything goes well for Dorney Park, and I guess we should all stay tuned for the reviews coming out for Iron Menace, because I would assume they're probably going to be pretty darn good. And for our final piece of news, it's something that happens, it seems like, every single year. Disney is raising their prices. Hooray. Okay, I know none of you are excited for this. Now we are getting a little bit of a heads up because these are not coming till 2025. But it's still price increases. Like, Disney, you guys make so much money. Why do you have to increase the price every single year? It's kind of annoying, but I guess they do still need to make a profit. Now, it's not going to be ridiculously more expensive, but it will be noticeable if you're spending multiple days at the park. It appears that many days in 2025 will be about $10 to $15 more than the tickets in 2024. And it appears it's not going to be any more than like $20-ish. But again, if you're spending like 5 days in the park, that's an extra $100 that you would have to spend. And if you're doing that for like a family or something, that could really add up and make the trip a lot more expensive. Now I would assume food and parking and lodging is probably all going to get a little more expensive too, so this is really not the best of news for Disney. And yes, I get inflation and everything, but like, these Disney prices are starting to get kind of ridiculous. Like $145 for one ticket at Magic Kingdom. Now I know Magic Kingdom is like a great theme park and all, there's a lot of like work that went into that. But $145 for one day. I can get Cedar Point tickets for $50 on their official website. I don't know, it just seems a little expensive, but I guess they really do still have to make a profit. Not ideal, but I guess it's understandable. That about wraps up this week's theme park news update. Drop a like down below and subscribe for more. And if you want to know why I-305's retheme may change Kings Dominion forever, then check out the video on your screen right now. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.